To another special birth edition of the Poppering Podcast, and a very well welcome to all those of you watching in New York or New Jersey or wherever you are in the world supporting the Sirens. Yeah, shall we get that elephant in the room out of the way? Yes, as we all do now know, yes, the Sirens are leaving New York for Jersey. Yes, in fact, that news dropped at the end of the reveal week. So you had the big reveal on the Monday, then come the Friday, the Sirens dropped that news, and oh, did it not get great report. That went down like a lead balloon. So I don't know who thought that would be a good idea, but Sirens should have waited till the week after. Don't rain on what's been was a really great parade for the PWHL, but yeah, so it is now official. The Sirens are no longer in New York. They are now in New Jersey. They will be playing at the Devils Arena. I'm not sure the Sirens have warranted the rights to be in the NHL Arena for 12 to 15 games. I mean, given how you haven't proven yet you've got a decent following. I mean, you can warrant the frost being in the Wilds Barn because we have proven that we can get a decent showing in night in, night out. The Sirens haven't done that yet. So, yeah, anyway. But it solves that headache out. And, but yeah. Now, I'm not going to let that news affect how I'm going to treat the brand. How I'm going to score you as well. Not going to, because that doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. It does not bother me. You know, I mean, it happens all the time, you know, in various sports leagues. Some teams do call themselves this, when actually not playing it. I mean, for example, the 49ers who play in Levi Stadium, which is in San Jose, but they're called San Francisco. That's an example. I don't know anything about football. Can't stand it. But I do remember when I was on traveling San Jose last year. It did pass by Levi Stadium. I thought, oh, hang on, that's supposed to be in San Francisco. But, oh, no. Right, so there you go. So it is common, but I know what I was thinking. Why are you called that when you're not going to be playing there? Anyway. I wonder how New Jersey residents feel about this. Because New Jersey and New York are two different states. I mean, I know New Jersey is in the tri-state area, but Jersey is classed as a different state to New York. So... Anywho, yeah, we may as well get the airplane out of the way now. Get that out of the way now, and then we can just focus on what is a really, really good brand. And I think you're gonna get this already is gonna get a very decent score, so it gets good. But yeah. So, like we've been doing, this is week 4. Sorry, we did the airplane room first, not mention the intro. Right. So this is week 4 out of 6. We're doing special episodes to go a little more in-depth about each team's name, brand, and identity. This is our 4th show. And, of course, it's all about the Sirens in New York. Jersey, whatever you want to call them. If you want to call them the NY Sirens of Jersey, go ahead. I mean, that's what I call the LA, Los Angeles Angels, the LA Angels of Anaheim. Because anyway, feel free. No, I will still refer to New York Sirens. We'll let the haters hate, shall we, New York? Let's just go there. Right. So we'll start with refresh the webpage, and then we'll go into those news articles from the PWHL. So introducing the New York Sirens. We are full volume hockey. So feel the energy is their tagline. It feels a bit similar, doesn't it, to ours? You know, feel the freeze and everything. Now, inspired by the exhilarating blare of the Gold Siren, the New York Sirens are an ode to the tussle, ribbon, and swagger of NYC. The Gold Siren is an urgent call to take to the ice and triumph at the speed of sound and New York itself. The city you can't stop, but you can always hear coming. And let's a little more at the logo. The S's again. Can't stop looking at those S's. So it's like Cityscape. The logo embodies the team's drive and evokes the powerful sound of York Siren. So iconic letterform. So the angular design of the NY speaks to New York's bold and robust architecture. And you got the waves of sound, so the reverberating S visually mimics sound waves, symbolizing the city's constant hum. Because of course of the sound, even the smallest bit you could easily pick up. It's sound travels very easily, so even the smallest hum can pick up there. But yeah, I think this brand is really great. I think it's got to be up there as one of my top 3 in the whole 6. You know how we were talking about the remote show? If we had to rank these, we all collected that we put our first. I think I would put the Sirens maybe second. So yeah, it's a great brand. And obviously the colour scheme, I of course am very familiar with it. I can't believe I spent all of year 1 not noticing that. I mean, because Pluto mentioned it on the reveal show about how I was like, oh, you know. But yeah, I mean, we've been with PWHL since day 1, and how have I not noticed that was New York's colour scheme from the get-go? Maybe because of the fact there was no names, no logos, and it was just a basic jersey design for all 6. Maybe that's why I didn't work it out and didn't see the resemblance. But, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I know I've been saying for 15 years that teal should be exclusive to San Jose Sharks only, but Sirens, you can wear it with pride too. Just nobody else, please. Nobody else. Okay? Really, teal should be a San Jose Sharks only colour. And Barracuda. Although we don't use teal that much Barracuda anymore. With the Barracuda's jersey, the teal's kind of only used as like for this part of the jersey on both the steel and ice jerseys. That's where the teal is. Blackout has hardly any teal at all. Yeah, but I think the colour scheme works pretty well. We'll see if we can work out what the secondary colours are for the Sirens yet. Yeah, but this logo is brilliant. The design is very simple, and yet it's not too dull. Yeah, I love the shape they've used there as well. That looks really good. And just seeing that, no, it's over there without the Sirens bit there. It works really well. It's got that look sort of, you know, rustic vibe to it. You know, it's like it's not a clean shape. There's like some marks on it, which is quite good. So it shows the rough and grit determination there. I really quite like that. The logo is really brilliant. I just love how it's been styled as to reflect noise and sound, because of course we all did think that New York was going to be the New York sound, which would not have worked. So sound's very much in there. The noise is very much in there. Volume is very much in there, but it's not so loud and in your face. You're like, oh god, because if you're going to do it related to sound and noise, you do have that danger of going too far with it and making it too bold and too great noisy. But this, I think, gets the combination just about right. So, really good there. And I just love this. The S's, I mean, Lady Me could not stop drooling over them. It's just the way it's been started is brilliant. It kind of is, I mean, it kind of does also make us think of the mythological creature of a siren, with how the sound, just love how it's just reverberated, and it just works really well. I think it'd be interesting to see what animation they can do with that logo. I think it's really good. I just think that's great, really. And the word mark is also really impressive as well. So a quick look about that before we go in depth. I think the word mark is brilliant. So again, it's quite nice, it's quite chic, but it's not too loud, it's not too vibrant. And the S is there again, just there as well. It's brilliant. They've managed to make it work really. So they take the size bit for the logo, but they also managed to find a way to make the New York look feel unique as well. So I think that's a really, great word mark. You could easily actually with the Sirens word mark, you could probably get away with putting it on the third jersey. Because me personally, you've been talking about how we want to see the word marks get used as well. You could easily on a third jersey put the word mark there, and that you go over that. But that was brilliant. I think this is a really great brand. I do really love this. It looks quite nice. I think it's a great logo. I mean, and it really just looks like it's really bold. I just feel like it captures. Here's the problem with the Sirens going to Jersey. You've created a brand, you've created a logo, you created a colour scheme that reflects the bustling, the vibrant, and the sounds of New York City. But you're no longer playing in New York City. You are now in New Jersey. And here's the problem. Because all the names, they've been designed to reflect the city they're in and be something that reflects the fans and the players and something that they can get behind. Well, for all the New York fans that you've built over this past season, how are they supposed to feel now that you are moving from one state to the other? Yeah, you're still in that New York area, but as we all know, New Jersey and New York are two completely separate states. They are two separate states in America. So so that's the problem I've got with the whole playing in New Jersey. Is your brand screams New York, and it reflects New York. And it brilliantly captures the essence of New York City. Problem: you're no longer playing in New York City. You're not even going to be doing practicing in New York City. So that's the problem with the Sirens deciding to go to Presidential Center. Is you've shot yourselves in the foot because you've got a great brand, you've got a great design, but the fact you're no longer playing in New York City, well, that just ruins it. But of course, that's not going to affect how I score you. It's just, I'm just saying, you know, why could you not worked out somewhere else? I mean, and I'll bring up the arenas that the Sirens played last season. So if you give me 2 seconds and I'll just start real quickly. Because, unfortunately for New York, they were the only team this last season that could not get a permanent home. They were all over the place. They were all over the state. And they just, out of the 6, they just were not able to build a fan base. They were not able to get a decent support and grow as quickly as the other 5 did. Even though Montreal, you could argue, played in 2 different venues, they still got a great good forming from the get-go. Even Ottawa managed to best New York in terms of growing a following. Okay? And this is why I do not want to just expand straight away, because we need these 6 inaugural markets to work, and then you can talk about expansion. There's no point doing what the men's leagues have done over the years, and that's just putting teams in markets that they think would work, and then they don't work. Okay, we need these 6 markets to be established markets to grow, build that following, and then we can have more in. But yeah, but literally, the Sirens last year were all over the place. So they played games in, wait for it, in Total Mortgage Arena, and I believe that was the one in Connecticut. Or was that Bridgeport's? Sorry, my geography's shit. Yeah, Connecticut. So, Total Mortgage Arena in Connecticut. They also played some games at the Islanders' home in UBS Arena. And in fact, the Frost's last game of the season was at UBS Arena. And they also played some games in the home of the Bridgeport Islanders, which is that the same place? Yes. Oh, so it's the home of the Islanders. Right, so Togo Mortar Arena, UBS, and the third one, which I've now forgotten because I thought the Bridgeport Islands Arena was a separate one. Right, I forgot what the third one was. Yeah, the Sirens just played all over the place, and that's not helpful when you're in year one of a brand new league and you're trying to grow your following. It was not good. So why could you not just stuck to, say, Bridgeport and be done with it? Sharing with an AHL team has worked for the Big Trois, and they've now made the Plus Bell, which of course will hold the La Rocket, their primary venue for year two. The Scepters have managed to struck a deal to get to play in Coca-Cola Coliseum alongside the Barleys, who the Barracuda will be seeing this season. I know, really bizarre. So we go, yeah. So there will be so the Barracuda are going to play in a venue that houses a PWHL team. Yes, come on, come on. Scepters fans, pack it in for that day. In fact, let me get that on my screen. Okay. Yeah, it's very weird how we've got some games against the Marlies this upcoming season. Because the AHL, you normally only play people in your respective division or conference. But yeah. Let me see. Let me see when they are. I know this is off topic, but tell you what, I'll do it for the Scepters video. Remind me of the Scepters one, because that's going off topic. I'll do it for the Scepters video. This is not Scepters today. It's Sirens. I was just trying to make the point about the fact that obviously the Barracuda going to be in a venue with the PWHL team. I'm going to stop for the Scepters one. The point I'm trying to make is, why couldn't the Sirens go to the Bridgeport Islands and say, look, can we maybe share the ice time with you? And that would have been one of the problem. Because Togo Mortgage Arena has a capacity... Let me just get it on the screen. It does have a capacity that I think would actually work for the Sirens. It's... Where is it? Here we go. So for hockey, it actually has a capacity similar to Coca-Cola. It's about 8,000 for hockey. Yeah, so that'd be a decent chunk, and I think even if you gave them time, you could build on that. But yeah, I'm surprised. I am very surprised that, and I said this last week when the announcement dropped. I was very surprised they didn't get to find a way to stay in Bridgeport, because no way could they use UBS as a permanent facility. No way. But then again, they are using Presidential as a permanent facility, but no way. The attendance was not great in UBS. It wasn't great any time. It was very quiet when the Frost came to UBS. I remember rightly watching those streams. We had at least 2 of those at UBS. I can't remember if we did the third one at UBS. I don't remember. I think I was away from that one and couldn't tune in. I think I was out the day. But yeah. Anyway, I don't remember if we played all 3 in UBS or not. But anyway, never mind. Yeah, it is surprising that they're not going to be in New York. It's a miss, because this brand's great. I love this brand. They've done it works really well. But unfortunately, the Sirens have shot themselves in the foot. And this is not me dissing New Jersey, so NJ, don't come for me, darling. Stay in the box. Back in the basket. What's that? Naughty! Sit on him! I'm not having New Jersey fans come for me. No. Okay? You are a great hockey market. It's just... It'd make more sense if this team could stay in New York. What is going on here? Honestly, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I just don't get it. I really don't. What were they thinking? Anyway, should we delve a bit more into it and look at the articles? Okay, yeah. Because we could moan about the fact that New York's no longer going to be in New York, full stop. Woo! Excuse me, what? I'm not got any tissues here either as well. I'm struggling today. They seem to have run out. Anyway, alright. Put that on the shopping list. Anyway, right. Yeah. So we'll start with the generic one. Then we'll go on the more personalised one. Was it personalised now? Anyway, PWHL unveils New York Sirens in league-wide team identity launch. So the team's name, Sirens, is an ode to New York City's one-of-a-kind edgy pace and rhythm, embodying the city's sounds and people. Sirens also speaks to the sweet sounds of the goal horn. Is it a sweet sound? I mean, I've been involved with the American hockey for what, 15 years now, and I've never really thought a siren sounds sweet. Drilling, that's what I think of, but is it really a sweet sound? Anyway, because I've done a bit another time when we're not focusing on a specific team. We can have that debate another time. Take a poll. Take a poll. Let me know the results. So after the puck goes into the net, the logo's dominated by the team's vibrant teal. Reflects the intensity of New York and evokes the gritty cityscape. The reverting S visually mimics sound waves, and the angular line of the NY pays homage to New York's iconic architecture. The colour palette centred around the team's primary teal is supported by a deep dark blue and a bold orange, reflecting the exhilarating sights and sounds of the city that inspired the team's name. Right, I can't see the dark blue. I can definitely see the orange. That I can definitely see. But, I can't see the dark blue as of right now. Yeah, but the orange, the dark blue, that seems to be the secondary colours that we're going to see for the Sirens this season. Again, these secondary colours, I'm having trouble seeing them. It's not obvious where they are on the brand, and yet the league said that everyone's got a secondary colour, a new secondary colour, but it's not very obvious where it is on the design. We can see the colours from last year, we can't see the new colours, so yeah, I don't know what to make of that, but yeah, so yeah, but it is gonna just feel very Zaze Sharks colours, isn't it? If only the league allowed a takeover weekend for us in New York last year. We could have done it at the SAP Centre, and it was free. It was free. Us three are never going to let that go about the fact that we got ignored for the takeover weekend. We're not going to let it go. We're just not. Oh, dearie me. What's up with me today? They've got no tissues either. So I was checking to see what I've got before we start recording. If not, I've got 2 empty boxes here. Nothing. Why I've got litter here, I do not know. Dear oh dear. What's this falling on the floor? Hold on. No, what's the matter with me today, eh? The bed not be coming down or anything. That's all I need. Yeah. But if they ever did want to do a neutral site against RSA, then I think we've got to have the Sirens and Frost. Yeah, let's make that happen. Right, let's see if we can get through the personalised one without being all sneezy. No, that's not a plug for the Snow White film next year. Because not even I am looking forward to that. Right, let's do the personalised article, which is titled Pump Up the Volume. So in New York, you gotta get loud and to get heard. The pace is fast, the energy is high, and the decibel decibel level higher still. Keep up or keep moving. In January, PWHL New York, whose in-your-face attitude... Well, you say that, but you did come last in the league standings, so I'm not very sure you was that one in your face. The Canadian team's not talking about that. Echoed the city's captured the imagination of in-state hockey fans who liked what they heard and saw. A team that doesn't back down and won't ever go quietly. After being eliminated from playoffs, PWHL New York finished their season relishing the role of spoiler, playing their best hockey until the final horn. Looking towards their second season, they are a team poised to make some noise. They have a new head coach who's proven a winner. A smooth passing stopper in Ella Shelton, a father of PWHL best defensive player, and an absolute scoring machine in centre Alex Carpenter, who was named one of 3 finalists for the league's Beijing MVP award. Carpenter will be looking for more after leading the team in points, assisting on 15 goals and finding the net 8 times herself. Each New York score at least an exhilarating sound, the flashing goal sirens, blaring horn, followed by an even louder roar from the home crowd. Interesting how they did not mention about the fact that New York did win the goal plan, which of course gave them the right to select the first overall pick in this year's draft in Minnesota. And what a pick for New York. I'm expecting big things for that. Yeah. Harper had mentioned spoiler there. I mean, obviously, of course, towards the end of the season, New York managed to pick up the pace. They managed to... and we did all say, and it kind of was felt across the league towards their last season, it's with maybe 5 more games, then maybe New York could have made things interesting, maybe. So we collectively, as a trio, we kind of collectively felt that maybe New York might be an interesting team to watch there, and they were the ones who were there, but the fact there's going to be 6 extra league games to play for, because obviously this year we go from 30, we go to 30 this year, so we were 24 last year, now up to 30, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, and you could maybe argue that if New York did not win against Ottawa regulation, then maybe we wouldn't have got through, because New York did play sport to us. We needed that point, couldn't get it. That was one of New York's best games to finish the season. So, yeah, so definitely New York knows how to be a spoiler team. So, yeah, so what's been to watch out for. So, now PWHL New York has a fitting new nickname that embodies the soul of the city and its brand of full-volume hockey. Listen up, the New York Sirens are here. Today at Good Morning America Studios in bustling Times Square, Amy Sean, the PWHL Senior Vice President of Business Operations, introduced the team's proud to be loud name and visual identity. It's about that attitude. I'm a New Yorker. You'll always hear me coming. Let's show says the name. And now it's We're the Sirens. You'll always hear us coming. Put that on a t-shirt. Put that on a t-shirt. That's brilliant. That's brilliant there. It sounds corny, but put that on a t-shirt. The name captures not only the Sonic Symphony playing on repeat in New York, but also what powers it. It's about the energy of the city. There's this vitality to it. It just makes you feel alive. It says Hockey Hall of Fame inductee Jana Huffer, the PWHL Senior Vice President of Hockey Operations. The pace, the intensity of New York, and people who live here. It's a dialed up non-stop. That connection was the most crucial element of the name. The heart of our effort was to capture the soul of New York and its people, says Kanan Batshah, the league's VP of brand and marketing. New York's name had to bottle up the essence of what makes this city the force that it is, and speak to New Yorkers in a powerful, authentic way, both verbally and visually. The league also needed the name to be distinctive, easily grasped, enduring, and built to last, and they need it fast to be ready for the start of the second season. Is that generic? Yeah, that's generic. So that's great. So it's hardly also where it stops connecting to the team. It just relates to what we've already read. Right, because of that. Just goes on to say what we've already covered so far in previous shows. Now, reading that, it just makes me feel quite sad that this team's no longer in New York, because you've done the work. You did the work to make it stand out, make it bold, make it loud, make it connect to New York, but you're not playing in New York. So you're going to need to have some neutral site games in New York. Otherwise, why are we still calling this thing New York? It's a real shame, because New York is a very decent hockey market. It made sense to put a team in New York. And the fact that we've given up on them already after only just, 5 months? That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That is bad. I mean, could you not at least given them one more go? Because obviously this season we're gonna have a full hockey calendar. Obviously, for this last season we only began in January, and ended, and of course York season ended in May. That's just 5 months, not counting the breaks for the rivalry series and the championships as well. That's just 5. So the PWHL has been in New York for only 5 months. That's all, just 5. That's not long enough for any team, whether it's an established league or something brand new. That's not long for any team to try and get a footing in the door or establish themselves in the market. So I do think, and I think I might talk about this more when we get into year 2. We can might be for the year. I do think it's a disappointment. It's a shame, because I think the league has given up on New York. Otherwise, why would you make the team move to New Jersey? So, when we get to schedules, I'm going to need to see some New York neutral site games. So put one UBS, or when we go for MSG. I mean, I know you're thinking, what you're thinking? This team's not good enough to go to Madison Square Garden. It's not got the fans. Well, just, anyway. Oh, please don't make the Sirens the Florida Panthers of the PWHL. Please don't. Because it's actually, when you think about it, it's not that really a funny joke. The joke with the Panthers did walk very, very thin. Yeah, so no, I don't want the Sirens to become the PWHL version of the Florida Panthers. We'll take the piss out of them for having hardly people there. Or it'd be like when the Coyotes were in Glendale and it's mainly just the opposing team's fans. Let's not have that. It's a real shame. I am kind of disappointed with the league for giving up on New York, because this is a great brand. This is a great brand. I love this brand. I think it's really great. I think it's a really great brand. I think it's something that you should be proud of. The question is, and this is something I'll be keeping an eye on throughout the season, especially when obviously the Frost will go to the Presidential Center. How many New Yorkers will make that trip to New Jersey? Because it actually is quite a short hop. Okay? Because even though they are the same area, they are 2 different states, but it's actually not that far of a hop. Okay? So, in fact, let me tell you what that duration is, then we'll get on to the scores. So it's only a 55-minute drive from New York to New Jersey. That's by car. Okay. So you can easily drive there. What about by bus? Do you do buses? Or is it even shorter than a bus? About 32 to 37 minutes on the bus. Finally, Subway. How about Subway? 18 mins. Right. So it's not that short, but obviously quite pricey. Okay, there we go. Travel's pricey regardless. There we go. Okay. So, the PWHL could argue that, and I will do this in a separate video at a time, but I'll do it quickly. The PWHL could argue that New Jersey, New York is not that big of a trek. But, at the end of the day, this team was designed to be in New York. So why is it not in New York? We'll say that for another time. We will say that for another time. That's definitely going to be a Birds episode at some point. Okay. Right. Time to score. Like I said, I'm not going to take into account the fact they are now in New Jersey into account. I'm not going to do that. That's not fair. Okay. This is the New York Sirens. You may well refer to them as being in Jersey, but fine. I'm not going to take that into account, and that's not fair. I think I'm going to score this quite high. I'm going to score it quite high. It's not a 10. It's in the region of 8 or 9. So, and I think whatever score I give the Sirens might be the similar score I give the Charge. Or I might give it an extra 0.5 for the Charge, because I think the Charge has got 2 great brands. So, and in fact, Osworth is next week. So, take a mental note of this score, because it might be what you see for the Charge next week. I'm thinking 9. I'm thinking 8. Well, I'm thinking either to go 8.5 or to go 9. Now that is quite high, and I'm thinking, really? But it's not just the logo. I've also got to include the word mark as well, because it's the brand as a whole. Okay, with these scores, I'm focused on the brand as a whole, so that includes everything. Okay, so I actually am thinking 9, and you know what? I am going to go with a 9, because I think the Charge are a 9 too, but the Charge might be worth that extra 0.5. But yeah, so I'm going to say 9. Yeah, I'm confident with giving it a 9. So with some of those, I haven't been confident with the scores, but with the Sirens, I actually am very confident there. So yeah, so I am going to say for the Sirens, I am going to give them a 9. Okay, I'm going to give them a 9. I'm going to say 9 for the Sirens. I'm locking that in. I'm tempted to say 9.5, but I'm not sure it is worth a 9.5. It's definitely worthy of 8.5 minimum. It's 8.5 minimum worthy, but I think it should be a 9. I think it should be very similar. I think it should be a 9. I've said 9. I am locking in 9. That is what I'm looking in. That's the score. Sirens get a 9. Alright, so Feel the Rush. That is the New York Sirens.